Hello and welcome to the Cottesloe School virtual open evening. My name is Simon Jones. I'm the head teacher of the Cottesloe School. I have to say it is an absolute privilege to be the head teacher of this school. I love this school. I love working here. I've got the best job in the world, and it's my pleasure just to talk you through the school and what it stands for in the next few minutes. I do hope at some point in the future you'll get an opportunity to come and visit us in the flesh, and thank you for those of you who have expressed an interest in wanting to come and do that. So, the Cottesloe School, we have a very, very simple mission statement. It's got 3 words in it: prepare, aspire, succeed. And this is really what we're all about as a school. It sums up us in 3 simple words. Everything we do is about achieving those 3 things. But there are some important strands that run through that statement there. First of all, personal development. It's so important to me that we are able to create happy and healthy and confident young people, because it's very difficult to be successful unless you are happy, healthy and confident. So it's primarily important to us that we create a range of experiences for young people to become those people and therefore go on and be successful. But there are other things involved. It's really important that students get a real depth to their learning at the Cottesloe School, and it's so important that we expose young people to the best knowledge that there is out there in the world, and from the best people who have found these things out. So it's really important that we create a really broad and deep curriculum for our young people, and that they understand that at key milestones there are things that we will expect them to know and understand and be able to demonstrate that. Whether that be at a GCSE exam or a Duke of Edinburgh award, it's really important that they know what those milestones are and how we will know whether they've got that knowledge to be successful. Also central to us at the Cottesloe School is character. We talk a lot about character. You might call it attitude, but for us it's about developing 2 things. Number 1, having really healthy relationships with your peers and your teachers and those around you. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later on, but also about having really, really good learning habits so that in the classroom you can access learning and take on board that knowledge you need to do to be successful. So character for us is about healthy relationships and learning habits. And then finally, we want to equip young people to be able to make the right decisions at the right times for their futures. So we spend a lot of time making sure that they are confident enough and take responsibility to make key decisions, whether they're continuing at school to the 6th form, or they're applying for a job, or seeking an apprenticeship, or going on to university. So careers and futures is absolutely crucial to us. But really what that comes down to is creating a journey, which we refer to as the Cottesloe journey. And if we get that right, my ambition is that young people will gain a sense of fulfillment from that. There is nothing better than being successful, because if you do things well, you feel good about yourself. And it's really important that we create that journey in order for young people to gain that sense of fulfillment. So, as I say, that's us, that's the school. It's really simple in many ways, but it's what we do. It's what defines us, and it's what we strive to do every day in order to continue to make this school a really, really strong learning community. So coming back to character, as I said, to us, it's got 2 really important strands to it. Number 1, developing what we call our 6 C's. It's so important that young people develop good learning habits in a classroom in order to be successful. And it's also so important for young people to build really healthy relationships with both themselves, with other people and the wider community. So if we take a little bit of a closer look at our 6 C's, and I think here I like to say to people, if you imagine the job that you do currently, and to make you successful, you have to be able to demonstrate skills such as working with other people, solving problems, being resilient when you face a challenge, working with other people to solve a solution. You might spend some time showing somebody or coaching somebody how to improve. And those are the absolute skills we think young people need in a classroom to be successful. So we spend a lot of time here shaping learning activities around promoting those 6 C's, because we value them, because we think they're important to success. If we take healthy relationships and take a little bit of a deeper look at that, again, being successful in whatever it is you do, it's so important that you develop positive relationships with the people around you, yourself and the wider community, because it's developing those relationships which will help you to be successful. Now, the students, the staff here defined what these mean to us. So I'll just pick a couple of examples out for you. So if we take, for example, excellence, we always talk to students about being the best version of themselves we can be. It's not about being the best. If you are the best at something, you'll never remain the best at something for long. Somebody will always come along and do it better. So it's about doing the best you can do and being the best version of yourself. If we talk about tolerance, we are increasingly living in wide and diverse communities, and it's important that we celebrate the differences that we have, because that's what makes people unique. So it's important that we demonstrate tolerance and understand other people. And finally, for me, really one of the really crucial ones there is respect. At Cottesloe School, the staff and students have defined respect as treating people like you would like to be treated. So it's so important that young people learn that respect for themselves and for other people around them. So the curriculum experience, or the journey that you come on up to Cottesloe, for us, it is about, as I said earlier, learning from the best people in the world and learning the best things there are to learn around the world. And it's learning about the world in which we live, but also you can learn a lot from just looking at the world around you. So we create opportunities for young people, both in class and in wider learning opportunities, so that they can have such a diverse experience and gain a real depth of knowledge and understanding of a really wide range of things. And the more diverse we can make that journey and that curriculum, the better. And the more we can personalise it, the more it will mean something to young people and support them on their own particular journeys. And at some point, young people will be expected to gain some accreditation. So whether that will be a GCSE exam, a BTEC qualification, or an A-level, or a Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme, or a Sports Leaders Award, whatever it is, we want that journey to allow young people to gain those really crucial bits of paper which will help them be successful later on in life. When it comes to the classroom, teaching and learning here is varied. It's exciting. The last few years have seen some significant changes in the way most schools teach, and particularly here it is seen the way we teach change. We have seen the introduction of Chromebooks at this school. So during lockdown, we moved to become a Google school, and we brought forward our plans to, if you like, digitise our learning. So now all students at the Cottesloe School bring a Chromebook to school, and we have a scheme, our Chromebooks for Learning scheme, and all students in Year 7 who join us will be part of that scheme. Chromebooks can be really, really important to help and develop learning in the classroom, but also they can be useful for homework and also for connecting with your teacher should you be away from school for some period of time. One of the things that came through from lockdown quite strongly was that teachers at the school go the extra mile. And we have a wonderful set of dedicated teachers here who are highly skilled at what they do. And they really set the bar high for our young people, and they create expectations which they have to meet in order to be successful. So teaching and learning here is very dynamic, and it's very vibrant, and it's moving forward as the times that we live in change. Now, during periods of lockdown and always before, safeguarding and looking after young people and promoting a healthy way of life has been so important for young people, but particularly more than ever in the last few years. At this school, we have a large safeguarding team who are primarily based in Team Hub, which is our student wellbeing centre, which is manned daily by a number of the safeguarding team. And you can see there in the image, Teddy, who is our wellbeing dog, is probably one of the most popular members of staff here. So we've got a very diverse range of strategies we can help young people involving small group workshops, one-to-ones, or just time to sit and have a chat and let Teddy hear you read, or just take him for walks. So we really take wellbeing seriously here, and we also try and make our students as active as possible. So we have a thing called active tutorials, where once a week your tutor group will be active, either going on a walk into the village or doing some sport during your form time. So activity and wellbeing is really, really important for us. Now, your Cottesloe journey, as I've said before, is about making you into a happy, healthy young person that is very well-rounded and exposed to as many experiences as possible. I'm sure you've all got talents, or maybe you've got something you never knew was a talent. So we want to expose you to those experiences so you can develop your talents, develop your interests, and really turn into a well-rounded young person who can make a real positive contribution to your family, the school, and the wider community in which you fit. So that journey here, we provide as many opportunities as we can for young people. So here's just a snapshot of a selection of those. So every year we hold a character camp for year 7, where you learn all about our 6 C's and our healthy relationships. Now, this year we did that in August as part of our summer school for an extended transition for year 6. But normally it takes place in the first half term of this year. But we do hope to recreate our summer school next year, because it was incredibly popular with parents and students. So that was something we were really proud of last year during the pandemic. But beyond that, there is a wide range of clubs and sports and performing arts, things that you can get involved in, if you like singing or dancing or music. There's a real wide range of choices for you. We have a thriving Duke of Edinburgh award scheme, including the introduction of Gold Award this year for some of our sixth formers. But also we take very seriously our responsibilities about teaching people about safety. So we follow some road safety advice with the Safe Drive Stay Alive workshops for our sixth form. We spend a considerable amount of time educating young people through IT and PSHE about online safety and how to become a digitally responsible citizen, because now so much of the world is spent online. So it's important we respect that and learn how to behave appropriately online. But also here we support many Merry charities, but 2 that are really close to our heart. Number 1, the Poppy Appeal. Every year we have a really important series of assemblies around reflecting on the Poppy Appeal and what it stands for. And also we support the Macmillan charities by holding coffee mornings and events at school which children can contribute to. So there really is a wide and diversity of things that we do in order to create a journey for you. Student futures, it's become so important more than ever now that young people are equipped to make the right decisions at the right times in their lives. So we have a very strong focus on our futures here, where we are giving young people advice and guidance and support they need to make those decisions around what subjects that they choose, for example, for their GCSEs. Where will that take them if they choose them? What do they do in the sixth form? What's the world of work like? So there are a number of things here that we do in order to help equip young people. So, for example, we're one of a few schools who continue to do a 2-week dedicated work experience for all students in year 10. And we encourage students in the sixth form to go on work shadowing opportunities throughout their studies. We also give every student in year 11 a one-to-one interview with a senior member of staff, so they can have a plan in order to be ready for their post-16 choices, whether that be with us or with another provider. We think it's really important that we give them impartial advice so that they can make the decisions that best suits their own future. I'm really proud to say that we are one of a very small number of schools nationally who have managed to secure all 8 of the Gatsby benchmarks that the government has set out in order to measure careers provision. So we have got all of those. And one of the reasons we've been able to secure those is we were one of the original schools to join the Aylesbury Skills Hub, which has now become the Bucks Skills Hub. So we work very closely with them in order to make sure that our careers provision is up to date, it's cutting edge, and it provides the young people with the information they need in the ever-changing world of work. The sixth form, finally, from me, we have a thriving sixth form and a very successful sixth form. Results are incredibly good. The value we add to young people when they come into our sixth form at their leave is incredibly strong. That enables them to make some next steps. As you can see, the majority of our young people head off to university and across the country to many, many universities, including Russell Group universities. And we also have a number of students each year that apply for the Oxbridge programs, which we support them through. But also what's growing importance is the role of apprenticeships, and we make sure that young people have access to things like the National Apprenticeship Show, talk to employers who are looking for apprenticeships, and we really do provide a bespoke package for our sixth form students so that they can make the right choices when they come to the end of their Cottesloe journey. Well, I've come to the end of my journey with you this evening. It's been great to be able to talk to you, but please keep in touch with us. There's the usual channels and platforms you can use to get in touch with us. If you do have any questions, please feel free to submit one through the Google form or attached to this slide. And also take some time to look at the other materials on our website. There's a whole range of videos, information about life at the Cottesloe School. And I sincerely hope that in the not too distant future, you'll be able to come and visit the school and see firsthand what we're all about. But we're very proud of our school. So thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in September.